So a super nice trade today once again. Friday to finish off the week. Um, and I feel like right now we're at 51.8 on the combine, and honestly, I felt like I was ahead by a lot more. But then I looked back into like my calendar, and I realized that at one point on this account, I was down 1.128 in drawdown, which is probably why it feels like it's taking so long, bro. I started this on May 30th. It's almost damn near a month of just me trying to get out of drawdown. But I mean, I stayed patient, took things slow, and I think just recently now I'm honestly I feel like I'm turning a corner in my trading. I'm able to wait. Like yesterday, I didn't post because I genuinely just didn't take a trade. I didn't force anything to happen. I'm a lot better at just waiting until my setups actually present itself. And today, I was rewarded for waiting, right, for staying patient. And today was if I could screen record today's entire session, and I was able to journal this screen recording. And obviously, I'm gonna journal this trade, but like honestly, if there was a way to journal my emotions and what I was thinking this entire session, I would study this session, on a more like I was really proud of myself psychologically for this session. Honestly, more than like the trade itself, because the trade for me, maybe it was like a B plus A setup, A minus setup. But in terms of staying patient today, I think that was the best thing that I did. But yeah, let me get into the trade recap. So the big thing for today was market maker model. I I emphasize that every single trade recap, win or loss, that's probably that's one of the things that I look for when I go into my trades, right? Is it a market maker buy model or a market maker sell model? Because that we're trading with institutional banks, and we're trading market maker models. And that makes it a lot easier than trading against them, right? So today we had two market maker models that played out. The first one was a market maker sell model that played out. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all caught that. We had some really good movement today. Honestly, we had some great price action. People on my Discord caught this first move. I missed out on it actually because I was not able to find an entry. But the first one I'm talking about is this sell leg here, right out of market open. Not right out of market open, but in the first macro. Wow, in the first macro, we have here our original consolidation here, and then we get our buy up, which is our first accumulation, second accumulation, and then this is our smart money reversal, which happened at approximately 9:45, which is the first macro of the day. And that was the first entry that I was looking for, right? I was looking for, okay, this is probably going to go short now. We've bought up so much overnight. We just have so much internal sell side liquidity to take. And I'm pretty sure we were also in a higher time frame. Were we in a P array? No, we were not in a P array, but we had context to, start moving down. We take out buy side liquidity. Oh, and then we had an external SMT on a bearish external SMT for ES and NQ, and so we had context to move down. So I was looking for a move down here, right? And it would have been perfect. First entry was here. This is my initial entry, right? Stops at this high. Great risk to reward ratio, and my initial take profit was here. Oh, sorry, where was London lows? Sorry, a lot of my drawings got messed up. Yeah, this was London, and then this was Asian. So my first initial entry, my first initial trade was going to be a banger, literally a dead banger, right? Almost what is that, 100 points? That would have been a crazy trade, right? And I unfortunately missed that, and it hurt, right? It was like, damn, like, bro, if this candle would have just tapped into this fair value gap, and I got my perfect unicorn model, I would have had my SMT, my market maker sell model, my unicorn model, high, low, higher, high, lower, low. Um, and then it's in a macro. This would have been a banger trade, but I didn't get it, and that's fine, right? And so the first macro passes. I'm pretty sure the second macro is just us continuously dumping as well. Yeah, the second macro here, we just continue to dump as well. Wait, no, sorry, the second macro. Sorry, oh, so I took the trade in the second. Yeah, I took the trade in the second macro. Okay, yeah. So the first macro we just dumped and we took out our initial drawn liquidity, which was the one I missed. Second macro. Now I honestly didn't expect to take another trade because I thought the PM session maybe we get some sort of reversal or not even a reversal at all, because oftentimes when in the AM session we make this much movement, price is going to tire out. Like it needs a break, right? But um we got an entry and I took that entry, right? So the entry that presented itself was on the second macro. We actually ended up getting some sort of a retracement of this market maker sell model kind of leg, and now we had a potential market maker buy model, right? A potential to buy back up again. However, we have to keep in mind that, like I said, after this big of a move, price is going to tire out a little bit. It's going to be very unlikely for us to just move down 200 points damn, 300 points and then move back up like 200, 300 points again, because there's something called order flow, right? There's market's trend, and right now we're bearish, right? Like we have some strong bearish power, 1 hour inverse, this 1 hour fair value gap, and so it's very unlikely that we're just going to disrespect this inverse fair value gap and just head up higher all over again. And so my take profit isn't huge. I'm not expecting for us to go up all the way back there again. Like it's just context. You just got to know out of experience and just knowing, you know, the market trends as well, right? It's not just going to go up and down all the time. That's if that was the case, market maker models would be printing bread literally every single day, and that's just not the case. So I had a smaller take profit here. However, I knew we'd get some sort of retracement because we have another good market maker buy model playing out. We have original consolidation here, first accumulation, second accumulation, and then we have our smart money reversal here. And then what's even better is we actually this time we have a higher time frame PD array on the 4 hour. We have a 4 hour fair value gap and then an inverse fair value gap, which it also barely taps into here. And so we're in a higher time frame PD array, which is a bonus. We actually have two bonuses here. We get an inverse fair value gap on the 1 minute with this huge volume candle, which is actually what I entered off of. And then we also have our SMT. So four things that I'm looking for: SMT, market maker model, which we have those two things, unicorn model, and then we're in a macro. Are we in a macro? Yes, 11:05 a.m. My macro is 10:45 to the macro is going to be 10:45 to 11:15. So we're in a macro as well. So we have everything that we need. The low, high, lower, low, higher, high, right? However, I know that y'all probably looking at this, and I did enter a little bit prematurely, right? I entered off this inverse fair value gap getting strongly inversed, and I had like I had so many other confluences stacked up. This is also an eval, so I'm going to be taking a little bit more risks. I sized up for 10. This was 10 micros. As soon as we invest off this strong ass straight candle, we also displace, which is a good thing as well. We respect that 1 minute fair value gap. Stops at this low body candle, the body of this low of this body, and then I just let the trade play out. Partials are taken here. As soon as I take partials, I move my stops to break even, and then when we're approaching my take profit, I usually like to trail my stops really aggressively. So I put it below this 1 minute fair value gap, and so that got inversed, and we got taken out at this wick here, which is fine because I would have been pissed. Like, look, I would have been pissed. We barely hit our we don't even hit our take profit. We wouldn't have hit our take profit, and we would have gotten stomped out a bigger loss, or like we wouldn't have gotten as much profit out of it. But I was able to trail it really aggressively because I hate when this shit happens, bro. So I just trail my stops really aggressively when we're right there. Sometimes I miss out on profit, but on days like this, I save myself from losing profit, right? And so yeah, pretty good trade. And another thing here was I was looking for this 15-minute and 5 minute to get inverse as well. As soon as this 15-minute got inverse here, I was like, okay, we're chilling on the trade. But yeah, the main reasons why I entered, again, the market maker buy model today was super clean. Market maker sell model, market maker, both of the models were super clean. Super great entry. Like I don't really, I entered off an inverse fair value gap once earlier this week. I might start doing that more, honestly. Another inverse fair value gap entry presented itself up there because I usually enter off of retracements into like just basic fair value gaps, not inverse ones. I usually use inverse fair value gaps as a confluence, but today I used it as an entry, which played out pretty well, honestly. Or I could have really entered off of this 1 minute getting tested again, this 1 minute fair value being tested, but I mean we were still able to walk away with a W. So yeah, we are, again, like I said, getting closer and closer to the express account, to getting back to the funded. I know it's taking a little bit longer, like I said, but I was in 1200 drawdown, and so give me a little bit of time to build it back up. But yeah, enjoy y'all's weekend. Back test if you guys are still learning your model, but if not, I mean, I don't back test as much as I used to anymore because I know my model. But if you guys like if you guys are new to your model and you guys are still learning it, I definitely recommend back testing. But yeah, I thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys learned something from this trade. God bless and have a safe rest of y'all's day.